We're with Demon basketball coach Mike McConathy, whose team has won 6 in a row, putting together quite the midseason streak as we head into February and a very challenging 5-game stretch for the Demons away from Prather Coliseum. Coach, let's talk about how your team is playing right now.
I think our team is playing much better. We've made some adjustments defensively and continue to improve in some areas on offense. And very pleased with where we're at. We've been fortunate enough to be home 4 of the last 6 games in the 6-game win streak. But if you're going to play in March, you're going to have to win on the road. And so we look at this as an opportunity to go play Sam Houston on Thursday night, a very talented team at second place in the league, a team that got out of here with got out of Northwestern State University with a double overtime win against us. So we're prepared to do the things that are necessary to try to go back over and steal that win back.
Let's talk about how your team has improved defensively, rebounding, shooting the three-pointer. Those are all areas where you're really doing a lot better than you were earlier in the season.
We started off okay, and then the first 2 games were pretty solid through the year, and then we went through some shooting slumps, and we've just shot the ball during the six-game stretch much better. We've defended a lot better. We've shot very well from the free throw line. Done a really good job rebounding, out-rebounding our opponents, which is very, very important to McNeese State, which came in here and doubled up Oral Roberts 48-24 on the boards, and we were able to out-rebound them and actually held them to only 1 offensive rebound for the first 17 minutes of the second half, and then gave up 4 in the latter part of the game against them last week. So we're doing a lot better job, making a concerted effort to try to block out. I think our zone that we're playing, a lot of times you rebound poorly out of a zone, but I think we've been able to pinpoint where people aren't finding the man they need to block out, so I think that's helped us a little bit.
You've put together some wins at home, as you said. Now you go on the road, but what you have done is put yourself in the thick of the race to get that number 2 seed, if not contend for the conference championship.
Well, there's no doubt. I mean, you're looking for one of the top 2 seeds. Stephen F. Austin's having a fabulous year. They're doing a great job. As McNeese said, hands down, they're the best team in the league, and I think that they are very, very good. And we've just got to continue to work hard and try to do the best we can to get ourselves in a position to where we get a double bye, and that's what you're looking for. That's where we were a year ago, and that's important, but any bye you get would be a great thing.
As you said, we now go over to Sam Houston State on Thursday, a team that managed to hold off the Demons in double overtime, 107-104 in the first conference game. The last 3 games against Sam Houston have been battles going back to last season. You know you're going to have quite the contest Thursday night in Huntsville.
There's no doubt. They're very talented, very well coached, really score the ball well from the outside. They're doing a nice job in a lot of areas of the game. I think that we're a much improved team over where we were when we played on January the 2nd, and we've just got to go out and do what we've been doing the last few games and play at the highest level that we're capable of playing. And I think if we do that, we have a great chance of going in and being able to get a win in Huntsville. Looking
at the conference standings, if you want to get that number 2 spot, this is almost a must-win.
You've got to win. I mean, you got to win because there's not enough opportunities for other teams to lose out. One of the things that is an interesting point, and I may correct, is that in the last 2 years, opponents of Stephen F. Austin and Northwestern State are 28-3 in, I believe, or maybe it's 30-3 in games when they're playing the 2 of us. So that's a pretty interesting stat.
Now Saturday you go on to Beaumont, play a Lamar team that has had its struggles again this year, but it's a road game in the Southland Conference against a well-coached team.
They're very, very talented, very difficult to beat in the Montaigne Center. I think that they are really got some really nice pieces. They just really, really can score the basketball in some places, and it'll just be if you let them just run their stuff and play in half court and do whatever they want to, they can be very, very effective, and it'll be very difficult to deal with if you don't go out and take care of the Demon basketball business.
Watching any Winter Olympics?
Hadn't really had a chance to watch any Olympics.
Any favorite Winter Olympic sports?
My wife likes ice skating, so I'm supposed to like that, I guess. No, I mean, I like the what's that, the luge or whatever, where they go down through that. I think that's pretty interesting. I think it's interesting that they have cross sport people where sprinters are involved in that. Is it Lola Jones that's involved in that? I think that's pretty neat.
Have you ever participated in a winter sport?
Yes, I have participated in getting from the car to my house. That's a winter sport.
We're here with women's basketball coach, Coach Brooke Stoehr. And Coach, you had a heartbreaking loss on Thursday to McNeese, but you had a big-time win against Nichols on Saturday. So just talk about last weekend and what you saw that you were happy about.
Well, it was kind of the tale of two different games, or two different teams from Thursday. Really felt like we had a hard time knocking down shots. Got a number of good looks and just couldn't make shots. And then I thought our energy was tremendous on Saturday. So it was definitely a tale of two different games. And we switched the lineup a little bit, tried to go with a different starting group, and I thought the energy was tremendous from tip to final buzzer on Saturday.
You open a 5-game road swing on Thursday at Sam Houston State. So talk about how important winning, quote unquote, winning the road swing will be.
Well, it'll be really big, and not even if it were at home. At this point, we're right in the mix, and sitting at 6-5, we're kind of in a jumbled mess right there from about 4th place on down, and I think it's really big for us as we continue to grow as a program and to grow as a team, is to be able to get as many wins as possible. We've got 2 games this week. We played Sam and Lamar that first week of the conference season, and felt like we scored the basketball very well against them. We've got to figure out some things, defensively, and how to guard Lamar a little bit better than what we did at home. Gave up 84. And some of that will be taking better care of the basketball. We had, I believe, 19 turnovers that led to 20-plus points for them. So we'll have to do a better job with that. And then you go back on Thursday and you look at Sam Houston and Beadle. They've got one of the best scorers in the league, and she's a big presence inside for them. And they're tough to play at home. So they've I think, they're sitting at 5-6, but they've gotten some big wins. I think they had a little rough start to league play, but they've figured out kind of who they are and how they have to play to win games in the league. And Brenda's done a great job of kind of turning things around for them this season and getting them in a position to win ball games.
You have 7 games left, so you're definitely down the home stretch. So talk about things that you have to do as a team to be able to win.
Well, I think we've got to continue to have great energy on both ends of the floor, and continue to share the ball the way we did on Saturday. It wasn't necessarily that we hit shots. On Saturday, it was we took better shots, and a lot of that resulted in making that extra pass. We passed up a lot of good shots to get better shots. And I think that that's a sign of a team that's growing and a team that wants to be successful. And I thought that they were really locked in as far as from a scouting standpoint. We made had some mental breakdowns on Thursday, and I thought we recovered quickly with a short turnaround on Saturday to clean some of that up. And I think if our focus and our energy will continue to be what it has been as of late, when we go on the road, we'll be okay and head down the stretch.